No, you're not getting pretzels.
Why not? Oh. Oops, sorry, they're waiting. Admit all. I don't really see the notification that people are waiting. I'm not good at this Zoom stuff.
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
No, we can't hear you, Rime.
That wasn't Ramey.
Oh, we can't hear you either, Gordon.
There he is. No.
Oh, Ramey's sideways. Oh, there he is.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. That's the that is not the over 30 angle, Rime. You're supposed to be. There you go.
Above.
What's the duck face? In very exciting news, look what I found for retail price yesterday,
Oh, wow.
Rime.
Show it again. Oh, wow. So what, it was like 80 bucks?
90,
Limited edition?
$90 at Bass Pro Shop. They had a ton of them.
Damn, they didn't. I went back the next day and they didn't have, they had some of that Tulimo, but
I bought a
I
bunch.
mean, not that I'm against it.
High-grade
I just didn't want to wait for the guy.
I bought a bunch of the tool ammo stuff. I don't care. I'll shoot it. It's cheap.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I just didn't want to wait.
Yeah. All right, so we don't have to wait for Tony to get going. We can get started. I'm recording this one, just so I can see how embarrassing it is afterwards.
Watch what you're saying.
Yeah, don't say fuck, cunt, shit, dick, cocksucker, motherfucker.
Cocksucker!
Sorry, we just echoed all those bad words to Gordon's family's
Oops,
house.
Sorry. I was playing a character though.
Or we can't hear you. Again, did you say something? Yeah, we see your little.
I muted myself because I was slurping my soup and I didn't want to be rude. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay, so when last we met, you guys did not rescue 4 fishermen, but you did find the aftermath of what happened to them. And you brought the sad news back to town where, although they weren't happy to hear it, they were happy to have at least a resolution of sorts. So they're not worried about the people any longer. They're just going about, arranging funeral rites for them. Just to recap, you guys, you found the remains of the 4 fishermen in the cauldron caves, where you fought that skeletal giant and the sea hag. And you also recovered a cauldron of plenty from the sea hag as well, which you were able to drag back to town. It's quite large. You figure out how it works. It's not exactly complicated, but it is. It does make a whole lot of food. It is very large. So you guys made it back. I don't know if you remember, you were staying at a place called the White Lady Inn, where there is yet another bard, because this adventure has the most bards I've ever encountered in a game.
Way too many bards.
The next one needs to be a drummer.
So you've gotten back there, and you're making your plans for what you're going to do next. So the other thing to remember, you guys had, what do you guys remember?
Well, we initially came this way to go to the 2 towns that are north and west of Easthaven.
the Care Dinaval and Care. Let me get the Icewind Dale map up there. You guys can see the share?
Yes, just Easthaven
Yep.
right now. There we go.
And you remember why you were interested in Care Dinaval?
It was the lady's son. He got inducted into a cult or something. So
Right.
we said that we would go look for him, and there were tieflings involved.
Were there?
And
So?
she was from Bremen, right?
What's that, Jason?
She was from Bremen. That's where we met her, right?
Yes, across the water from Lonelywood, which is where you guys have the ramshackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had asked us to look into trying to get her son out of the cult with the ram-haired hippies or whatever.
Ram-haired hippie. I don't remember that part, but okay.
That's the tieflings, right?
I'm gonna have to break Tony's heart too and let him know his hair is indeed not on fire.
Just make it red. He can have red hair, right?
He can have red hair, I think. I didn't see anything about that, but he's got immunity to flames, which would make it very strange to have fire growing out of his head.
Well, maybe that's why I never heard some.
The cat was on your amp yet just a few moments ago, Jason, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, but I heard somebody. I heard him like around again. So I'm just like, where did she go? I mean, they almost pulled down the bulletin board last night, so I'm just a little concerned. I have one under my foot, so.
What's you guys' next move? What would you like to try and get done here while we wait for?
No, we have to decide what we're going to do with the cauldron, right?
I would say so because it's really not exactly mobile.
Right.
Right. You might consider taking it back to Lonelywood or whatever.
Yeah, we said we were going to take it back to the inn and make it like a feature of our
Tourist
place.
trap.
Yeah.
How
Come
are we
see the
how are
never
we gonna get
emptying cauldron.
Right. How are we going to get it back?
It's not.
It's not- I mean,
it's
we
not
dragged
movable.
it.
It's like 80 pounds, so you could conceivably hire a sled or something to transport for you.
I mean, are we going to go back now with it, or are we going to keep it in storage? Or
Oh, yeah.
how about what if we?
Well, if
Let me stop you guys there. Describe to me where you guys are having this conversation and what the situations around you. Now, you have rooms there at the White Lady Inn, but they're not exactly large. It's also not exactly a packed place either.
I suppose we're in the common room. There's a common room, right?
Yes, there is. Yeah, for sure.
Having beers and discussing our next move. That would be my presumption.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because staying here at Easthaven might be a good little home base while we go up the road to Dinaval and Koenig and look into that.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. And maybe we could like get some goodwill. We could lend it to the patron of the White Lady or something like that. And then we could collect it later on when we're ready to go back. But in the short term, they could use it or the city could use it and we could gain some notoriety. And if we die, then they could keep it. if we're heroes and we figure out why the winter whatever causes the winter to end, then they won't need it anymore anyways.
Okay.
Maybe, or we're setting up a welfare state where they're going to depend on it.
That's right. Disincentive to work.
All right. So speaking of Lonelywood, while you guys are having this conversation in the common room, two faces that you recognize arrive and walk into the common room. They are the two dwarves, Aart and Alwyn, who you guys hired to work on the ramshackle for you.
What?
Oh, wow. There we go.
What are they doing here?
And they come in and they look around and go, oh, there they are. And they both walk over to your table. And they're very happy to see you. They just want to, they came this way. They were actually not traveling to see you guys. They were traveling this way to do some small trade and to see some family that they have here in Easthaven.
Wait a minute. Did we approve that time off?
Well, that's what they want to talk to you about. You only gave them 25 gold. And they're very proud of their work. They didn't have a lot of other things to do, but unfortunately they've run out of funds. They fixed the roof. The roof's not leaking any longer. Most of the outside, the broken bits are either repaired or at least shored up, but they don't really have any money or resources to continue further. They could chop lumber, but they've long since exhausted the 25 gold. In fact, they went, from what they're describing, they went above and beyond what you guys paid them.
Well, I mean, same thing happens in my evals at work too. I went above and beyond.
So they're hoping that you guys can supply them with some more funds, and they're hoping that with their idea is that with about 250 gold, they could probably get the place into a state where they could. Randy's blinking like a cheapskate already. They think that they don't need it all right now, but they'd like at least something to take back with them. That way they could stop. They're going to travel through quite a few towns on the way. They're going to travel through Brenshander. They're probably going to go through Bremen and Tourmaline, and these are good places where they could stop and get resources on the way there, building supplies and other tools and things that they might need. So they want to know what you guys think about that, and if you guys are willing to keep paying them, or if they should stop work and move on to their next odd job.
Well, Raimondo is for the refurbishment, but
Yeah, I don't know if we want to dump the full 250 now, but maybe can we do like a third of it between the four of us, maybe, or up to half to keep them moving?
I was going to ask Jason, didn't we get money last time? I don't think we divided it up, right?
Yeah, my character only has 21 gold.
Like 100 gold for something, didn't you?
Well, we find 30 gold.
But you found some gold in the wolf lair, and I don't think there was any.
Yeah,
gold
we didn't divvy any of that up from the last adventure.
Yeah, 'cause we found 3 purses in the wolf lair. 36 gold, 125 silver, 227 pennies. I thought before that,
Why don't we give them all the stuff that we found? Because that's nothing coming directly out of our pockets.
They're very confused too, because they thought you guys were like brave, rich adventurers. They were like, "What? What's going on? You guys, by 3rd level, aren't D&D adventurers usually rich by now?"
I'm 4th level, and it takes a lot of capital investment to be an adventurer. You should know that.
Before we got to Easthaven, we had
You guys were paid 5 gold each for the trip from Bremen to here. From Brenshander to here.
but going back to before that, we had the Dwarven miners and the Yeti attack.
Mm-hmm.
We were paid 6 gemstones, a 50 gold piece apiece. That I didn't do anything with.
I knew you guys had some decent money from something. That's what it was.
Yeah, the dwarves that the construction dwarves are the miners.
Is that somebody else's phone that's dinging?
That's
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay.
one of my chats. Let me mute that stupid thing.
All right. I just keep thinking my phone's getting a mess. That's the same message I have. That's the same with my Facebook Messenger, so I keep looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 300 gold pieces from the 6 gems from the dwarves and the Yeti. And then we probably got another, let's see, 5 each from the caravan. And then we got the 30 from the Seahag cave.
why don't we just give them the gems? How much is that? That you said-
300 gold.
Oh, well, we could give them 2.
oh, I
two-
forgot about the gems.
What'd they ask for?
250.
They're asking for, they don't need it all at once, but they're saying that they think they could finish it for 250 gold. And you know what? I happen to have, if you guys would like to see, let's see here. We have a 3-story, doing 1 page at a time. This is the ramshackle. That is the first floor of the ramshackle there, in its current state. Pretty beat up, a lot of really broken up there.
This is just like Property Brothers.
My budget is.
With a budget of $3 million.
I work part-time in a bagel shop. Here's the upstairs. Again, pretty beat up. There's a body apparently up there. Someone should definitely clean that up. And it does also have a basement storage area. So it's 3 stories. It's pretty good size. It is in Lonelywood, of course, which doesn't make it that appealing, but who knows?
Well, if you want to give them 4 of the gems, I'll take care of 200. We can hold on to 2 if we need it for gold while we're doing everything over here, and that should be
Okay. There's
We
grill.
could give them the cauldron to transport back as well.
yeah.
Oh, sure. We could certainly take care of that. That wouldn't be a problem at all. We've got plenty of room. And we can, since it is a cauldron, we can actually store stuff in it if we run low on room.
That's no liquid.
No
You
liquid.
might-
No, we will. No.
Yeah, you might soup everything then.
All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, they're happy to do that. They're not leaving right away. They're going to be in town for a couple of days, just doing some other things. Do you want to give them the gems now, or do you want to hold on to them and give them when they're leaving? They're trustworthy, but it is a big city comparatively.
Let's give it to them now so they can take care of their business and we can take care of ours.
They're
We
gonna
don't have
get
to
around.
worry about trying to meet up again or something.
What was that, Rime?
I would beat up 2 dwarves for 300 gold.
Right now, would you?
Yes.
What alignment are you? Hold on a second. Wave the open hand.
Oh, I thought we were talking about in real life.
Oh.
Yes, I would beat up a dwarf in real life.
Isn't a gold coin described as like 1 ounce? That's like $1 million.
And also, I guess before I forget, I was gonna give Draco that ring of free movement.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What?
Ravy's like, what? I got a gift? Jason found a ring of free movement.
Neat. What does that do? I mean, I know like vaguely.
Let's see.
I guess I
You
can.
cannot
up.
be magically held or
Webs and hold person and things like that don't work on
Neat.
you. Yeah.
I'll add it to your character right now.
Okay.
Jason, you didn't add it to yours, did you?
no, I just put it in a notes section. So I didn't actually add the piece of equipment.
Add an item. Ring of free.
I give Falcone.
Free
I
act.
take his hand like this after he gives me the ring, and then as I take my hand away, there's a lock of hair in his palm.
Well, that's gross.
And I don't say anything. I just walk out of the room.
Now I have a focus for my evil spells.
All right, it's on you.
That means you're my boyfriend now.
Wait, these are pubes? Ew.
We're recording this.
That was PG. What are you talking about?
Full of pubes.
What are you doing?
So they the Art and Alwyn, they're grateful. They join you for a drink if you'll have them.
Be right back.
They get.
Do they have any other news of Lonelywood? Everything?
Well, it's strange you should ask about that. Because the moose is gone, but we've heard tell now about a mammoth.
Son of a.
There's only been one thing. It happened right as we were leaving. We came back in and said that one of the locals there said that he got chased through the woods by a mammoth who was screaming at him to get out of his forest.
Hey, I got to go for about 5 minutes.
Go pinch it fast. All right. While you're leaving, we're going to have another conversation anyway. All right. So Drake runs off to the privy. Hopefully he doesn't get stabbed in the heart while he's out there. And while you guys are
Wah-wah.
enjoying your delicious beverages, I've got a cat at my door as well, yelling at me to open the door. I'm going to say no. Romundo, you've been making up songs and stories about this party. Have you guys named yourselves yet? Does the group have a name of any type? I'm gonna guess it's not the Knights of Torm.
No, I have not thought of a name yet. Or is it? Are you giving me a cue for something I should have seen on my character sheet? That
No, I'm just asking if you guys have thought of anything.
I have not. How about?
Well, here's the reason. You guys are gaining some notoriety around 10 towns, and just need to know what to call you. Right now, there's
Jason.
I don't have anything that pops in my head initially.
right now you're just the heroes from Lonelywood.
I
Anyway,
just need to play off of Lonelywood for a name.
Yeah,
while
say
you guys are-
only the lonely would.
only. I'm gonna go ahead and mute Gordon now.
Privilege is lost.
While you guys are enjoying your tasty beverages, another dwarf enters the establishment, and he's an older, probably over middle age for a dwarf, long white beard, big gut, and he is carrying a barrel on his back on a backpack that's not much smaller than he is, and he walks in, he's boisterous and loud. He's like, "Where are the heroes from Easthaven?"
That's our working name, but yes.
Hello, I heard from the dwarves in Bryn Shander, you're looking for a brewmaster.
Ah, yes, excellent. Please join us.
I am the finest brewmaster in all of 10 towns, and hopefully one day in all of the lands.
I don't doubt it, sir. What is your name?
My name is Amdar Oakensour, and I am the brewer of the finest sour stout in the realms.
I cannot think of a better name for a brewer than Oakensour.
It's practically a beer name.
Okay.
That's
Does he
taken,
join us?
man.
Huh?
Does he join us?
He does, yeah. He's there to see. He came there to see you guys. He was referenced by the group that you guys rescued or that you assisted back in Bryn Shander, the ones who gave you the gems.
So Rolmundo will try to enthusiastically kind of explain our entrepreneurial endeavor in Lonelywood, and he'll bring the other two dwarves into the conversation and basically say that we're trying to refurbish this inn and make it a place that's noteworthy in the 10 towns for good food, good music, and above all, good beer.
He's like, I'm also an excellent cook. I'm renowned the finest stews and the finest camp type meals in all the land. Hell, 10 towns anyway. It's almost hard to Romundo can do his thing to jump excitement, but it's almost hard to be more excited about meeting you guys than this guy is. He's totally all about this. And when he finds out that you've got dwarves working for you, he's even more happy about it. You guys are describing the ramshackle to him, and he's like, "That's a terrible name. We'll definitely have to think about something for that."
I agree. Let's ruminate on that. If you have any ideas, we're open to ideas.
As a matter of fact, I don't.
Lonelywood Flavor Town.
No flavor to
But I've got an idea for a new brew, and I intend to call it Lonelywood Sour Stout.
I like it.
Sounds like a good start.
Would you like to sample the wares?
Yes.
He's like, he puts this barrel down the table. The table's like, boy, maybe I should put this on the floor. You're amazed that you can carry it. It's probably got to weigh 250 pounds, and it's freezing cold outside. So he wants. What did you guys have in mind as far as like our partnership?
Well, initially we were just thinking about a supplier, but if you are both a cook and a brewmaster, perhaps we could come to an arrangement where you run or run the inn for us primarily.
Well, I don't know, run it for you. I would like to be your partner, not your employee.
Oh, okay. So what do you propose?
Well, I'm bringing the product. What I would propose is that once we start profiting, we split the profits evenly. What I don't have is capital. I need probably close to 500 gold to put together what I need to create this perfect Lonelywood sour stout. I'm sure we will make it back in a mere 30 or 40 years.
So you're underselling your wares then, is that what?
Well, that's a short time.
Yeah.
You're an elf, Jason.
I know, it just hit me.
That's
Wait,
That's like spring.
like, oh, my teenage years, yeah, that.
Well, I mean, if we don't even branch out, we should make it back. Now, if we export, no, we can make it back in maybe 10.
And what do you need the 500 in capital for? Do you need
Well,
brewing equipment?
there's copper to buy, there's metal to shape, there's materials. I think that with the 500 gold, I could buy all the materials we need to start brewing, and I could probably brew up the first batch, which will be worth anywhere between 50 and 100 gold in sales. Now, we might not sell it right away, but people don't have much to do these days, so they might be willing to drink a little more often. We'll definitely have to figure out how to get it out of Lonelywood, though, because there's not much there.
Well, eventually we'll hope this weather will change, and we'll have the water route to Bremen and Targos and Tourmaline. So we'll have theoretically a market there.
I hope that we can rival Goodmead for the quality of our liquor. Maybe we can rename Lonelywood after.
Oh, Goodmead is the city.
Yeah, Goodmead is known for their honey wine.
Okay, so that's our competition, the Good Meters.
Oh, he's like, competition. Drink, my friend, drink.
So I'm not sure if we have that capital on hand. What do you need?
We don't need it instantly, but
right. What do you need as a starter?
We need to get started, yeah.
What would you need to get started?
Well, what can you offer? I mean, the more we can get, I mean, here's the thing. We can start building right away, but we can't really start brewing until we've done the whole investment.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to use a insight check just to sense his whether or not he's legit.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, that's a +3 for me.
Put this over here.
23.
Yeah, you definitely succeed, and yeah, you feel like he's being honest. He's legit. He believes in his product, and you actually feel like he's probably underselling, maybe through lack of confidence. Even though he's very confident, but he doesn't. He's like maybe he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his business savvy. And after sampling the product, you're certain that it's the best sour stout you've ever tasted.
Okay. What do you think?
And the other dwarves, the AR and Alwyn, they're on their butts already. They're just going to town on this guy's wares.
What do you think, Jason?
I don't think it's worthwhile. Trying to think what would, because basically would be silent partners in the food and beverage side of our inn, which is probably fine. So would we hit like a
So when he says split the profits, he means what? Is he mean he wants 50%?
No, he wants a share. He wants a fair share.
So he wants a share. So
He doesn't
right
want
now-
He doesn't want to be an employee.
Right.
He wants to be a partner.
Okay.
So you guys would have to decide what the partnership is, and this is something you could negotiate with him.
yeah?
How many people in your party are full partners? You've got what, 5 characters in the party.
Yep.
Plus him is 6.
So technically, Zinaz, Armando, and Jason are the surviving original party members.
Right. So Drake didn't have anything to do with it, and neither did God of Base Thunder.
Right. But we just, I guess, more or less brought them.
Can't wait for you to explain that to Ramy when he gets back.
Right. Well, I guess we just more or less brought them in because they agreed to invest in the refurbishment, right?
Right. And they did. Ramy did just agree to give his portion of those 6 gems back to
Right.
the establishment.
Yeah.
So let's just, for simplicity's sake, say that we all have an equal share, and that.
I'll kill a couple of you off. Don't worry.
Yeah, I say if anyone dies, their share goes back to the.
You gotta buy back in.
Get your will and last will and testament written before we leave town. Who gets your share if something happens to you?
5 participants.
Next of kin.
Tony is here.
So then if he's an equal share, then that would be a 6. Oh,
Let's Yoda.
Yep.
Hello,
It's a Tony.
it's me.
Hello. So you guys have been down here all morning or all evening, and God of Baseliner is finally rolling out of his room with what is obviously a hangover from the previous night spent down here. Who are all these dwarves?
I
Well,
say.
2 of them work for us.
Come
the third going too
see
soon.
DVD, try some of this, what do you call it again? Oak bitter stout?
My name is Oaken Sour, but this is just my Oaken Sour stout.
Oak and sour stout. So we've got 3 dwarves that we're talking to. So to catch Tony up, is he there? Or is that Yoda?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
You wandered off.
Weird looking.
We were deeded an inn, a rundown inn in Lonelywood, which you're now a partner.
Congratulations.
That's in the ownership of that. Congratulations. So
All
these
right.
dwarves,
I'm a bad bitch.
these
Join Dungeons and Dragons to learn about real estate. There you go.
right. So we're fixing it up so our band could have a place to gig, and we don't have to pay to play or anything like that. But we hired these dwarves to fix 2 of these dwarves to fix up the inn, and then this other dwarf is a brewer who we put out word that we were looking for a brewer. So we're negotiating with him on basically getting him to run the brewery, or rather set up brewing operations and run at least part of the inn for an equal share of the profits.
Okay.
So Oak and Sour, how does 1/6 of profits sound?
That sounds very fair, my lad. Who is he talking to? Ramondo?
Yeah, Ramondo.
That sounds very fair, very fair. And he also brings out a little purse, and he's like, and I want you to know I'm not just asking you for money. I have money that I'm going to put in too. And he puts this thing on the table, and it's like, and it's probably got a good 150, 200 gold in it. And he's like, this is my share.
I rob him.
Excellent.
You're not even there.
Amy's dead set on robbing dwarves this evening.
What kind of monk is this that we have in the party? Holy crap.
He's a doctor monk.
Hooligan scoundrels.
So Jason, how much do we have? Can we give him as a?
So we have 2 more gems for another 100. Then we have 36 from the hag. We have 136. And then that's whatever's in the party pool. Depending whatever anybody else might want to toss into that to throw at him.
Well, he's like, why don't we work out some of the money details tomorrow and let's just enjoy this evening? I hear you guys have a band. I'd love to hear some music.
All right.
How to based under play ska.
There's no ska and your hair's not on fire.
Is that Northern ska?
There never should have been ska, period.
So he's extra heavy ska.
Is that a thing?
Mhm.
All right. So
ska sounds very good.
I'm going to wait for Rime to return before we move on here.
He's back.
You're back?
Yeah, he's here, but I just can't see his screen.
What the hell did you cook for mom that fast? You microwave something? Go make her a real meal.
No, it's been cooking for like the past hour, and
Okay.
it was finally ready.
All right.
It was the Gordon Woods School of Cooking.
Put it in the pot, turn it on.
Go to work. All right. So you guys you do your thing for the evening. That was fairly late in the day. So you're gonna have your fun for the evening and drink some of this sour stout up and hit the sack after that. All right.
Sounds like an entertaining evening.
You do. You have a good time. Ramy, I don't know if you have any ideas, but the townsfolk are starting to wonder what to call your group. Right now, you're just the heroes from Lonelywood.
Didn't I make up the last name?
Probably. That's why I'm asking you now.
That's why you're being asked now. All right.
Jelly and the Rachel Cats.
Who the hell is that?
That's a new band.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody needs to go.
Oh, you changed your shirt too. No more T-Mobile.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you? You
It was
did. You had
pink
a,
and black
you had a
last
big
night.
T on your shirt, you liar. All right. So the next morning, you guys come down. Amdar is going to sleep in, and so are the other 2 dwarves. But the rest of the party, Drake, Falcone, GOBT, and Rolmundo and Zinaz, all come down to the common room of the White Lady to have some breakfast and maybe some orange juice and aspirin. And while you were there eating, another familiar face walks in the front door. It's Captain Midra Alragoth, who is she's the one who hired you guys to go and look for the fishermen.
The local
Like
town marshal,
sheriff,
whatever.
basically. Yeah, she's the captain of the town guard. She comes in and she looks around a little bit. She's got one other person with her, another guard with her, and she sees you. She goes, "Ah, there they are!" And she comes over to your table, and she's, "Good morning, gentlemen."
Good morning.
How you doing?
How you? Ooh, she's like, ooh. I've got Speaker Daneth Whalen. He'd really like to speak with you when you have a moment. In fact, the sooner the better. If you could possibly accompany me now, it would be very, very helpful.
Get a go cup for my mead, and yeah, I'm ready.
Zinaz asked, is there some kind of trouble?
No, not at all. It's just he urgently wants to speak with you about an issue, and I'm not really at liberty to discuss it, but it's very important. And I don't believe you've met Speaker Daneth Whalen yet, but he's a good man. He
Wait,
urgently needs
I
to
thought we
speak.
did meet him. He's the old guy who people thought was crazy.
No, that was Bremen.
Oh,
That was another city. That was
Okay,
all the way-
right.
all the way
there's a
on the
lot of
other
old
side.
guys. I don't know.
No, this guy is not crazy.
As far as we know.
Would you be willing
Okay.
to, you're welcome to finish your meal, of course, but then we don't have to wait your table. We can wait over here until you're ready.
Okay, let's party.
We'll go as soon as we're done.
Okay.
I
All right, so they step away from the table. And they're not like hovering or anything like that. They don't look
at some
anxious.
point on the way over, or when we're leaving, I move knives into my hands and keep them in my pockets.
Hmm.
Okay.
Never
Let
know.
me bring back up the map.
Don't stab any drawers while we walk to the speakers.
All right, so I brought the map of Easthaven back. You guys are over here at the Easthaven at the White Lady Inn, and Town Hall is right here, maybe about a quarter mile away. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
Go hard.
And Tony's having a hard walk. All right, so Captain Mitra, she leaves the White Lady Inn and she starts walking this way along the docks, asking you guys to follow her along with the guard. She's walking kind of the opposite way of Town Hall.
Hmm.
I hang back, like, 20 paces or so behind everybody.
Okay.
She's going the opposite way of his house or of Town Hall.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we have just a couple of stops to make on the way. It shouldn't take long. I need to drop off a few things, if you don't
I
mind.
put my hand on my weapon.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna silently or quietly cast mage armor on myself. I feel weird.
Okay. All right. So she leads you down this road here, and then turn. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yep.
She turns this way, and you're obviously in a much poorer section of town. And at one of the first houses you come to, these urchins, little children, they're bundled up in clothing so tight, so much to stay warm that you can't tell whether they're dwarves or humans or elves or what. They're obviously children. And
I know what she's doing.
And she's like, Mitra, did you? She's like, yes, children, here. And she has bags, and she starts giving them like these little meager bags of food. And they're so thankful. And then one of them looks over at you guys and goes, oh, you're the heroes from Lonelywood, aren't you?
Why?
Auto
yeah,
Base Thunder stares at his
yeah.
Anakin tattoo and remembers.
Are you going to save us from the curse? They're like, so it's the saddest thing you've ever seen. They want to know if you're going to save them from a god. It was so cold and so hungry.
We're going to do our best, young.
Do you have any money?
What?
All I have are these hands. That's it.
And
I
they can
look
get
at
a couple of them if they want.
I look at the captain.
She shrugs. She's like, I'll have to drop off food for some people on the way. They're very hungry.
You could just ask us directly.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about. So she leads you on through all these streets, and it's just the same story over and over again. Children coming out, adults coming out, everybody asking for food, and just she's giving out these little sacks of like bread and little bits of rations, and they're all completely thrilled at what she's giving them. And it's the same thing over and over again for you guys. They're just asking, are you going to save us? Are you going to save us?
Man, they should get a magic cauldron. It would solve all their problems.
Eventually, after about the quarter-mile walk takes you guys about 2 hours, and you finally get to Town Hall.
4 mile walk takes 2 miles.
Well, there was a lot of stops along the way.
Oh,
a lot,
okay.
There's
a lot of dropping food off.
Lisa, could I have some more?
Exactly. What am I doing? Look at your view.
It's okay. The children are frightened of me. I have fire hair.
You do not have fire hair.
I have fire hair.
You guys, he keeps talking about this fire hair. You're like, why does he think his hair is on fire? It's red. It's just red hair.
Wow.
I think it's like a metaphor.
It's-
Honey, he wouldn't let me judo flip a giant.
What? I mean, that's what judo's for.
That's what I said. Tony gets it.
Yeah, judo, jujitsu is made to fight bigger people if you need to.
All right. So you guys finally arrive at the town hall, and the one guard stands outside, and Midra invites you in. It's a fairly big room. So this chamber is decorated with oil paintings depicting life in Easthaven, including a large painting of the town itself on the north wall. Mounted on the south wall is a 5-foot-long stuffed knucklehead trout. Its wooden plaque bears an engraved copperplate that reads, in common, Big Knuck, caught by Easthaven fishers during the summer of 1479 DR. Nothing too exciting. Huh?
DR?
DR is it's Dale Reckoning. That's the Forgotten Realms time.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what time we're in. It's way past DR, I believe.
Old Big Nuck, huh?
So she leads you. She goes, "Come on this way," and she brings you. There's a stage in there, which is basically where they do announcements from when they're not executing people. They do smaller announcements in here. She leads you back through a different room, which is like an administrative office. It's just like rows and rows of like what would become filing cabinets eventually, just paper and that kind of thing, just records. Then she brings you through another doorway.
Knives ready.
It's a paranoid.
Butthole clenched.
So she brings you into this room, and you do see something that you were not expecting to see in this. And it's strange because Midra doesn't react at all to it. I'm going to read some flavor text to you. Low burning lanterns cast a gentle glow upon a tall black object in the center of this room. Although one could easily mistake it for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship and is carved in the likeness of a winged demon. The demon-shaped figurehead stands about 8 feet tall, and shards of wood jut out of the demon's back at the points where the figurehead was once attached to the hull of the ship. And creepiest of all, lashed to the figurehead is a scrawny woman who is dripping wet, and her long hair is she's just soaking wet, and long white hair is over her face, obscuring it.
You mean an actual live woman?
There is a woman tied to this statue in the middle of this room in town hall, and she's dripping wet. You can't see her face.
Is she a mermaid?
She is not a mermaid.
Oh, okay.
It says, "What the hell is that?"
We just like, what are you talking? What are you talking about?
I pull my knives out.
Whoa! What
I
are
get
you
in a ready
doing?
position.
She's like, what are you doing?
What is that?
Got it based on her falls in love.
It's this figurehead. The fisherman pulled it out. I'm sorry. These adventurers, they pulled it out of the lake a few years back, and David had no idea what to do with it. He said it was evil, so we just put it here so it was out of sight of the people.
And then you lash a lady to it?
What?
There's a woman attached to that figurehead.
She turns around, looks at it, and then she looks back at you like side eyes, like, what?
You don't see it.
See what?
I get out the poking stick, also known as my
Crossbow is
staff,
ready.
and I poke the lady.
Ooh.
Do you now?
Well, like in her foot. I don't like probe.
I get it. You're a lady poker.
Same.
Frick. Hold on a second.
I mean, I just like, I stay fully arm's length away, and I just try to like touch her
What do you
foot.
get for a good monkey poking stick?
Yeah, this is definitely a monkey pole situation.
Monkey pole situation.
Is there anything else around the room that kind of gives off figurehead? Or to just
Figurehead?
the item in the center of the room?
All right. So Rime.
Yep.
When you approach the ghost, and
Oh, so it's a ghost.
sorry, oops. Damn it!
You tricked him.
How long is your staff? I know you're
I mean, 6
4
feet.
inches. Oh, sorry. 6 feet. All right. All
It's an
right.
American average staff.
You were about to find out what it was anyway. When you get within right about 6 feet of it, it throws its head back, and it opens its mouth up like the librarian from Ghostbusters. Tony knows what I'm talking
Hell
about.
yeah.
And it's like, and at that moment, Midra's like, "Holy shit! What the hell is that?" Because she can see it now too. And it comes. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Can we still see each other's rolls? I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we
I didn't see Gordon's earlier.
Well, that's because I had that plug-in that integrates with Discord or whatever on. I just turned it off.
I can see what you're rolling.
Okay.
I got a 21 from Falcone. I got a 17 from Drake. I don't see anybody else's yet.
Yeah, 20.
Zinon's got a 20. I see that. I'm still waiting for Rolmundo and God of Base Thunder. Rolmundo's got
there it is.
22.
22.
Oh, there it is.
17
Weird, I didn't see anyone
motherfuckers.
else's.
So 20.
I have this special Icewind Dale whatever dice.
I need everybody in the party to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Lord.
Ruh-roh.
19.
Wisdom, okay. Oh, that's kind of garbage.
Yeah, you don't
That's
know.
so cool that it tells you what they roll too.
18 and someone got a 20. Or was it?
I got initiative 20.
And 15 for Xenos.
Jason?
10.
All right. Jason, you failed, and God of Base Thunder, you failed as well.
Oh.
God of Base Thunder, you fail so horribly that you aged 20 years.
Holy crap!
Okay, I'll go fuck
You see,
myself.
his red hair just goes gray.
Wow.
You're terrified of this thing. Jason, who else failed? Jason?
I did. Yep.
Okay. You cannot approach it. You can't come closer to it. You're afraid. You're terrified of it. If
Okay.
it comes near you, you can attack it. You can range attack it. You cannot approach it.
Okay.
And let's go. Let's start. Rolmundo, what are you doing?
Ramundo is, so this is is it look corporeal or is it incorporeal? Can I tell?
It is ghostly. Yeah, and it is incorporeal.
Okay. I'm going to First, I'll give a bardic inspiration to the monk, and for my action, I'm going to. I'm on the wrong character sheet. Sorry about that. Gosh, I don't really have anything I could use on this guy. I'll just attack. I'm going to do two-fisted attack.
Well, you did the inspiration there, right?
I did do that. Yeah, that's a free action though,
Okay.
or a bonus action rather.
All right. So you're attacking with your fists.
No, I'm attacking with my short sword and dagger.
Okay. Got it. Go for it.
Okay, short sword. 25.
That's a hit.
And then dagger. An 8.
That is a miss.
Okay, short sword. 5 points of damage.
E6. Next. Falcone, what are you doing?
I am going to. What's that?
Oh, I thought I was next, but I guess I was wrong.
No, yeah, you got a while. You got like 4 people ahead of you.
Damn, I thought I rolled good.
You roll a 17, just, it's Jason, so he only rolls 20s.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
It's the computer. Come on now.
Big money, Jason.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at the spirit.
Okay.
That. The hit roll is 22.
That's a hit.
And
This is a spell?
yeah, actually, I need to make 3 attack rolls. I'm creating 3 days of fire, and each one's a separate attack.
Okay.
So I hit on 1. Here's number 2. That's a 20.
That's a hit.
And number 3 is a 13.
That's a hit as well.
So that will be 6 points of damage, 8 points of damage, and 7 points of damage.
Damn.
A 21?
Yes.
So you
All
just beat it to us.
She's like, ah!
Ah!
Zinaz.
Okay, Zinaz is going to cast Summon Beast. So again, this summons that kind of
Oh, you got the wolf last time, didn't you?
I got a bear. The creature resembles an animal of your choice that is native to the chosen environment, but it has the bestial spirit stat block. So I'll do a wolf since you suggested that. Okay, so he appears. Okay, that's my action. It appears. I'm not clear on whether or not he's able to attack this round or not. Probably not.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Do you have wolf stats in front of you?
Well, he's got his own stats. So I'm trying to.
Okay.
Look at.
Okay, well, while you're figuring that out, Midra draws a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other and attacks it.
Oh, Midra.
That's a hit. And she hits with both. Oop. Need dice. So she hits it with both weapons. Did you figure it out yet, Gordon?
No, keep going. Sorry.
Drake.
I don't want to touch that thing. So I'm going to whap it with my staff.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna whap it with the staff.
Staff whapper. All right.
17.
That's a hit.
All right, I'm gonna do this two-handed. 10 points of damage.
Gordon, you figured it out yet?
Yes. So the he does number of attacks equal to half my spell level rounded down, so that would be 2 attacks, and his attack modifier to hit is my spell attack modifier.
Okay, go for it.
98 plus 4 plus the spell level. So my spell attack modifier is plus 5. So he rolls 13.
That's a hit.
Okay.
So I'm
He
making
does
this.
D8 plus 4 plus 2. So 8, 10 points of damage.
You guys really went down on it very quickly there.
Took her to Pound Town.
Giggity.
Rolmundo, it moves with blinding speed. It doesn't. Its feet don't move, but it comes straight at you, and it attacks you with these claw-like appendages. But it misses. It goes, ah! And it just kind of passes right through you. You feel cold, but you are not hit by it. I don't think.
Yikes.
When I swung, did my staff connect or did it pass through?
Kind of a combination. It was like hitting like thick.
Attacking Jello.
Right.
Zinaz. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. What did I do?
Yeah, Zeno's win already. So are we in the next
Yeah,
round?
I'm sorry. God of Base Thunder.
I'm going with that crossbow.
All right.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's not what I want. All right, 10.
Why didn't I see that?
Oh, you can't see it?
I saw it.
Yeah, I think I just closed my dice thing. 10.
Oh.
You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
That is a miss.
Weak.
It was weak. Rolmundo, back to you again. She just passed through you in a scary manner.
Okay, I'm going to whirl around and try to attack again, both or two-handed. So short sword. How about you?
What the hell? What did I do? Oh, there it is.
21 with the short sword.
That's
and,
it.
What's
here
the
I-
everlasting rhyme?
What's that?
Am I not
Oh,
supposed to, are
wait.
we not supposed to know that?
What's that?
It says that he rolled with the everlasting rhyme.
Those are the dice he's using.
Oh.
I think I fucked up.
Does it say
I think
anything
it's
when I
wrong
roll
dice.
mine?
Oh, sorry.
Says this guy's dice suck.
I paid $15 for them, so they better not say
It says
that.
rolled with mythic dice set.
Neat.
So Gordon, you did hit.
So with the 13, I rolled a 13 with the offhand. Did I hit?
That is a hit as well, yes.
Okay, so here's the damage for short sword. 9, and for the dagger. Now, for offhand, I don't get my bonus damage, right?
I can't remember if it's the hit. I think you don't get your bonus. Yes, yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so well, I'm gonna roll it, and you have to subtract 3. So it's actually 2 points of damage then for the dagger.
So you did a 9 plus 2.
Yep.
Is that the system doing that noise? Are you hearing that?
Yeah,
I hear it.
it's the dice that I have. Is that annoying?
No, I thought it was a ghost. I thought it was a ghost sound. I was like,
I'm turning my sound on.
It's like, what's going on? It's making a ghost sound. That's awesome. Falcone, what are you doing? This thing just passed through Rolmundo. He whipped around and slashed it a couple times, and it's turning around and heading back towards the party.
Ooh.
Who's attacked?
Oh, at this point, in the back corner of the. What the hell was that?
That was my dice. I just wanted everyone to hear them before I turned them off.
In the back corner of the room, there's another door, and it opens up, and this stuffy-looking fellow pops out and goes, "What is all?" Oh! And he shuts the door.
Speaker. We can't.
Falcone, what are you doing?
I'm gonna throw another 3 mini fireballs at him.
All right, her, not him.
Alright. Number 1.
I think Paul just assumed the ghost gender.
No, I didn't. I have documentation.
16. 15,
Hit,
and 12.
miss. No, hit.
All right, so 3 bolts. I have 3 points of damage. 7 points of damage is 10. 6 points of damage, 16 points.
Dang.
All right, so this thing, it sails through Rolmundo and like slashes at him. It misses, but it goes right through him. He turns around and then Falcone goes, and it's coming back. It's making that hissing face, and as the fireballs hit it, it just kind of dissipates in the mist and disappears in front of you.
Hadouken.
And Midra is like, "What the hell did you do? What was that?"
What'd you do?
Yeah.
It's your figurehead. How about you tell us?
Zinaz asked, "You've never seen that?"
I've never seen anything like that.
Okay, when you asked us what we were talking about, that's what we were talking about.
What did you? She's completely confused, and
It's either dead or banned at this point.
out of the back corner of the room, that door opens up again, and like I said, the stuffy-looking guy comes out of there, and he's like, "Midra, what is the meaning of this? What was all this noise?" And she's like, "Sir, I don't know. We walked in here. They started saying they saw something. I didn't see anything. And then this one pokes the statue with a stick and a ghost pops out of it and starts attacking us."
There was a ghost, and obviously we busted it.
That's our name, Busters.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yes. All about it. Yes.
We need to be inclusive of all other monsters, not just ghosts.
There's Speaker Daneth.
It looks like Lincoln.
Oh, he needs some vitamin B or vitamin D.
He needs to get out in the sun a little more, but there hasn't been any sun for a while. So he's like, "This is proof that thing is evil and it is haunted."
Well, you may be right about that.
He goes, "It's made of Chardolin,
What's Chardolin?
This Chardolin."
Do we know what Chardolin is?
You would.
Who? Zinaz?
Zinaz.
What is it? A particular type of wood?
Well, it is not. a very long time ago in 10 Towns, a wizard found a shard of Charlatan, and he raised a tower here and caused all sorts of problems until some Drow Ranger solved those problems. And I don't remember exactly how the book ended.
I seem to recall that story.
It's the first one. But after the tower was destroyed, this Charlatan stuff scattered all over 10 Towns. And people find it occasionally. Big chunks like this, small chunks.
But if it's in the statue, then it's something that could be fairly worked out of its natural state into art and statues and stuff then, right?
So then the statue is attached to like the wooden prow of a ship. Is that?
That's what you guys start talking to him about, and he's like, yeah, it was the figurehead off of one of the off of a ship that sunk and locked in a shear. Some adventurers they used some kind of spell to raise it out of the water several months back, and they brought it back to shore. And those adventurers they turned very mean very quickly, and we brought it here because I don't know what else to do with it. And I always don't touch it. Keep your damn hands off the statue.
Maybe throw it back in the water.
And somebody else will just find it.
How long ago did the adventurers pull it out of the lock?
I'm pretty sure I just said several months ago.
Well, several could be like 3, or it could be.
We'll say 6 months.
Okay. I was just checking if it coincided with the beginning of the.
No, it does not. It was well after that. So I'm very sorry that this happened, but I do have some business that I'd like to discuss with you. Midra, how were the poor today? She's like, they were very hungry, sir.
Rain it on thick.
Come into my office, please.
All right, we go into the office.
So he has enough seats in there for all of you. So please have a seat. And he sits down behind his desk, and he gets a very serious look on his face. And he goes, something very, very important to discuss with you. Word has gotten back to us that you're in possession of a magical item that could be used to feed hundreds of people a day. And what I would like to know is, would you be willing to part with it? I'm not asking you to just give it away. We'll pay you what we can, but you have no idea how beneficial this would be to not just the poor of Easthaven, but we could help the other local communities as well. My understanding is it's capable of making hundreds of gallons of soup every day. What I'm willing to offer you, I don't have it all right here, but I'm willing to pay you with 5 gems that are worth 500 gold pieces apiece. I have 2 of them now, and I would need some time to get the other 3. But I'd like to give you these 2 in exchange for you leave the cauldron here for us now, while I arrange for the other gems to arrive.
Zinaz turns to his party members and says, I know what it means to go hungry. For my part, you could do with my share of the cauldron as you will. I want no payment for it.
That's extraordinarily noble.
Well, Zinaz was speaking to his party members, not to.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's basically telling them he's for giving it up, but he's basically absolving himself of taking any share of the money if there's any money to be had from it.
Gotta be something very suspicious, because this guy can provide that much currency off of these crystals.
Well, they have
Why
money,
have you done
Tony.
before?
They don't. The reason they don't have food is not because they don't have the money to buy it. There's no food to be bought.
There's no food, yeah.
Or the land is frozen. So it's like
Texas
Walking
last
Dead.
week.
You could have $1 million in a briefcase. It's worthless if you can't buy anything with it.
Yeah, but long term though, you can set up like a whole trade thing and trade with local.
How
folks
about
coming through.
Well, even the trade caravans are slow. They're not coming here because it's dark here. So there are a lot of other cities in the Forgotten Realms. Many of them. You know, they're not right here though.
This is the asshole of the world, in other words.
This is like Alaska. This is the far north. This is not even just Canada. This is Alaska in the winter.
Oh, well, I was
okay?
gonna say
How about
the
this?
same thing.
It's been winter for a year.
We propose that we give it to them, but they are never ever allowed to ever charge for anything that comes out of that cauldron. It always has to be free for anybody who wants it.
It's like
And they have to agree to be allies in our time of need if we ever need
he's
for battle.
Are you telling him this, or are you just talking to the party?
Well, I'm kind of
Party.
saying it out loud to my party members.
Yeah, I'm
But,
down with that.
I mean,
I'm totally down with that.
I want the guy to hear it too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a master brewer and chef in our dwarf Oakenstout buddy. We don't really need a food source at the Ramshackle.
So can you go back to the main map real quick? I don't remember where Easthaven is relative to Lonelywood.
Far east. I
Thanks,
think it's like the farthest town east, isn't it?
Yeah, so these are pretty much all, you can see pretty much all the towns here. And let me see if I can find something real fast to give Tony an idea.
So Ramondo says, we want to help you. We are businessmen too. We had plans for that as part of supporting the good people of Lonelywood, which we are setting down roots. But here's something that you could help us with. We're establishing a brewery in Lonelywood, and we know that you get much of your drink from good mead. We want a preferential contract to provide our own brew to your bars once we establish, which will probably be a good year from now. But we want a preferential contract. We want that in writing from you, and then we will give you the cauldron. And as my associate says, on the proviso that you don't charge the poor for it or profiteer based on the use of the cauldron.
He's like, we are absolutely in agreement on this.
Let's take at least one of the
He's-
drinks.
He's stunned at your act of, and as am I, your act of kindness.
What do you mean? We just got a contract to sell all our booze to one of the major cities.
Yeah, you set up an
We'll
empire.
make that money back.
Well, I mean, not all. You're not going to sell all of it here, but you sell a good amount of it here.
I think we need to take at least one gem for seed money.
Well, actually, he's insistent. Please take these two. You have no idea how amazing this is that you've done this for the city and for 10 towns on the whole. We can certainly, share. It wouldn't be easy to transport it, but we'll arrange for whoever wants to come to fill their bowls and take them as they wish. I'm trying to find you a map of Forgotten Realms, Tony.
It is literally like Alaska on the map. It's way up in the.
So it sucks and it's really north and
Yeah.
it's very cold.
Yes. under normal conditions, it's kind of a miserable place, and now it's even
Now
worse.
it's cold and dark and miserable.
Right.
With my beautiful fire hair, I don't want that.
Your what hair?
My beautiful fire hair.
I'm sorry, what?
My beautiful gray fire hair.
Your red hair? Oh, your reddish gray hair? Not Song of Fire and Ice. What the hell?
You redheaded people get like salt and pepper hair. They don't get salt and pepper. It'd be like Tabasco and salt. Or
Tabasco and salt.
They get blonde streaks instead of gray streaks. And
I'm surprised there's not a map in the Sword Coast book. There probably is. I just can't find it.
I thought you showed us one at the very beginning
Of the whole Forgotten Realms?
when we started this.
No, I showed you 10 towns. There's a map. It's not very good though. I'll show you some other time, Tony. I'll find
It's all good.
I'll find one while we're playing.
I have the one of them, but it's like it's scans of the different panels. I can open it up. I have it sitting right
And
here.
I have the Sword Coast, like a high res one
I
somewhere.
have
Ooh.
Let's see if I can find the even this is huge, like 10 different maps. Never mind. It's big, Tony. It's just really big.
I know all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got flaming hair too. So we know you're have
Big
great
flaming
imagi-
hair.
You got a great imagination.
Okay, I got it. You want me to show it?
Do you have it ready?
Yep.
Yeah. So can I give you a screen share?
Yeah. You have to enable it.
How the hell do I do that? New share. I have to stop sharing first. Stop share. And then share screen.
You have to enable it for us.
How the hell do I do that?
I don't know.
Advance, multiple participants, advanced sharing options. Who can share? All participants.
I've been using Zoom and I've just now discovered the reactions.
I think we're looking at you right now, Gordon. I think you've got.
Yep, I could do it. Yep, you enabled it. Yeah.
We see Gordon has started screen sharing. It hasn't come up yet. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is huge.
Hide your porn.
Right.
So if you look way, way up here in the corner where the mouse is moving around, that's where we are. And if you look down here, about 5 inches lower, Waterdeep is. See that word where it says Waterdeep there?
That's like the New York City.
That's like the main area. And then Baldur's Gate is down lower. Those are the big commerce areas. So, and this map is, if you look down there in the legend, you got 1 inch is about 200 miles. So the nearest city to where you are is Luskin, which is like 200 miles away, which that's a long way on snow-covered roads, walking and getting pulled by horses. So you see up there, 10 towns, Bryn Shander. You know, you've got.
That's the furthest thing away from anything.
It really is. Yeah. People. One thing to know about like Icewind Dale is it's kind of a place where people go to get away. People go there to hide. Gordon, I'm going to unshare. That's okay. If I can figure out how. Stop participant sharing.
I just stopped.
Now, how do I get you? How do I get you off my main screen there? I won't look at your face like that.
Just share your screen.
Oh, that was always there, wasn't it? Never mind. Oh, that's how you do it. Share. So we're about to share this screen, and that should go. Okay, cool. Window left. All right. How to adapt Marvel's WandaVision for D&D. Oh, what did I do?
That should be kind of cool.
All right, so back to what we were talking about. He is absolutely thrilled at your offer. Like I said, he insists that you take at least 2 of the gems, so that's basically 1,000 gold that he's giving you there. And he agrees that I'm sorry, Gordon. I agreed to what you said, and I will stand by it. But I don't. What exactly were the terms you were setting?
We want,
You're not saying they can't buy from Goodmead, right?
yeah, we don't want to be that. So let's set a,
Get ourselves in the door and that kind of thing. So
yeah, we want, a preferential contract. So let's say, 60% of the market.
Okay. He agrees. He can do everything he can to help you out. It's a free market economy here, though. He can't force the inns to buy from you. But
What kind of medieval society is this if you can't boss people around?
we can definitely encourage them, and we'll be happy to do that. What you've got.
we can get a preferential sponsorship deal at the next wizard burning.
The gift you've given us is beyond anything that it's so far beyond these gems that I'm offering you. It's you certainly always have a home here in Easthaven. You've got for any legal matters, you've got our forces behind you if you need them. We're beyond grateful for eternity.
Yay.
That's all I wanted. At least we have backup if something goes down.
Yeah, you definitely got that.
Now let's raise our army, go conquer Goodmead. Take out the competition.
He said legal. What did I do? All right. Well, so he asks if you can please bring it, or arrange. Meadra will follow you back and arrange transportation for the cauldron.
We can have our dwarves deliver it to you.
Oh, sure. That works as well.
They might have already have it loaded up to go back to Lonelywood. Just like, hey, run it over
No,
here.
they were planning to be here for a few days.
Okay.
Got it based on their suggest a security detail for the cauldron.
That's not a bad idea.
Right.
All right. I am going to be right back. I have my screen. Stop video. Give me like 3 minutes.
That's a
All
poop
right.
break.
Tea break. Who's got to go? Back up.
I'm good. I just ate. I'm good.
Oh, is everyone peeing?
No, I'm here. I'm just hanging out.
I'm back.
So we're waiting for Rime and Gordon to get back there.
What? No, you cannot have a starburst.
Yay, Gordon's back.
Cheers.
Hell yeah.
So Tony, have you got any questions about how the game goes or anything like that? Anything you've thought of that is confusing?
It's just more about how to use certain things. Let's see. Because I was looking at some of my attributes and all that stuff, and that kind of confused me in how to use those kind of things. Proficiencies. No.
Right.
Features
Yeah,
and
it can
tips. That's what it was.
It can definitely be pretty confusing. If you have the app installed on your phone or on your iPad, you can see, not the player app, but the actual D&D Beyond app. There's like a compendium that has a bunch of books in it, which I've shared to you, so you should be able to see a lot of them. And probably a good one to read through, it's fairly short, is there's a thing called Basic Rules. If you read through that, you don't have to read the whole thing. Read probably the first half of that will get you a good idea of how things work.
Yeah, really what you need to read is your race.
Yeah.
About tiefling, and you need to read about your class, which is bard, and you should read the combat section, which explains how combat works. If you get those three things, you got probably 80% of the game. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, obviously, but that's.
Oh, but I'm still doing stupid stuff. Like the previous roll I had, I just realized I used the wrong dice. Like I used the hit counter dice versus the 20-sided dice. So that's why I scored so low.
Yeah, you have the attack roll, then the damage roll.
What, the saving throw where I turned your hair white?
Yeah, why?
Is that what you're
I
talking
think
about?
the crossbow attack.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
The saving throw.
So I was gonna
I think he said crossbow attack.
Or it was crossbow attack. That's what it was. It's crossbow, but I used the actual hit.
Oh, so you rolled the damage, you didn't roll the hit.
Yeah, that's where I fucked up.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that happens.
Well, the 10's pretty good for a damage roll on a crossbow.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough though, apparently.
Not good enough for a saving throw, but
No. But there's things like motive potential. Like it looks really cool if I knew how to use it.
What's that?
But I don't know how to use it. It's called the motes of potential.
Motes of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that one of your abilities?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's magic inspiration. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff here that looks really cool to use, but
Yeah, you should be using that inspiration thing. You should try and remember to use that at the beginning of just about every combat. Give it to somebody,
okay.
even if it's the other bard, or probably, I think Gordon generally remembers to buff Raime's character, but you can buff Gordon's other character, Zinaz, or something like that.
Yeah,
Don't fight behind me. What the fuck you do?
bards generally are not, they're not tanks. They're there to help in a supporting role usually. So they use their bardic inspiration, they have charm and that sort of thing, and they can heal. So, that's not to say you can't enter combat, but
Yeah, he's like me. I'm a music nerd, but I can fight.
there you go.
If you look on TikTok, you would think that the bard is probably the most powerful class ever made.
Yeah.
How's that?
Those are called cosplayers, and they're liars. There's actually a lot of really good YouTube videos you can watch too, Tony. That'll teach you how to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have given a very gracious gift to the town of Easthaven. They're super grateful to you. They, like I said, she's willing to accompany you back to Midra is willing to accompany you back to the inn to bring the cauldron, or you said that you wanted to just have your dwarves deliver it. So what do you got?
We'll accompany her and
If we have like a ribbon cutting ceremony.
All right. So you guys head back to the White Lady to send the cauldron over. When you let Aart and Alwyn know, they're like, oh, the poor here in Easthaven when I play. I guess the poor and lonely one can suck it then.
we didn't tell them what the cauldron. We didn't tell them what the cauldron's capabilities were.
They're not. They're not upset about it.
Okay.
It can
You
do
hired a master chef. We're gonna have better food in Lonelywood.
it's much more useful here. There's not enough people in Lonelywood to take a great advantage of it.
We're gonna have gourmet poor food in Lonelywood, not cauldron crap here.
So that there spent a good portion of your day between the walk around town, the tour of the poor neighborhoods, and the conversation and the fight and all that. So what's next on your agenda, guys?
So nothing came of that fight aside from GBD
Turning gray.
turning gray. So
No, I mean after you guys damaged her enough, she just kind of disappeared.
but the town leader, the captain of the guard, they're just like, whatevs.
Well, I mean, what are they supposed to do about it? They don't know.
It'll be fine.
They already
It'll be
didn't know.
fine.
They already didn't know what to do with the thing. He wanted the cauldron, and who knows? Maybe that statue will come up again in the future.
There wasn't anything on the prow of like a ship name or anything, was there?
There was not. No, it was too rotten. It was rotten away.
So it truly was the front and not enough of the hull to have the name on it. Yeah, okay.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Okay.
I think at least for the memory bank, we need to have them tell us what location they think the adventure is founded in for future
No,
reference.
those guys are long gone.
No, but didn't they tell the?
No, they didn't really tell them where they found it. They brought it back to shore looking for a reward. I'll just say they kind of told you this. And shortly after that, all the members of that group started going a little bit crazy. So they put it away in this room. Nobody really goes in that room, really. There's not really much. It's like that room that it was in is a pretty big room. And it was like right in the center of it with basically like columns around it, which is, if anybody said something to you, they would have been like, "Don't touch it." We've been told, "Don't touch it."
Right.
Okay.
Does anyone know what the original wreck, the original ship that bore the statue was, or is there any story behind that?
There's not now.
Okay.
Probably predates like this generation of the townsfolk.
Yeah. So
Maybe even the generation before them.
how long after?
Ow.
Is Rime lost?
Because this is like 1,000 years after that book, right? Or something.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm looking for, but it's CBR. What year is Rime up? Is Shenabon. No, not that 100 years later.
Okay.
Long enough that the ship is, they're not sure what the name of the ship was.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
Okay, I guess we'll spend another night. Maybe avail ourselves of some of the good oak sour stout. And what's our plan, guys, to move or the next morning to start making our way to Caradin Ball?
Yeah, I think try to track down the tiefling cult and the lost child. Probably sounds like a good enough plan to me.
And Paul, I don't remember, do we have to travel overland for that, or is there a water route version?
You can find the fishing boat that would take you close. You gotta remember the ice has blocked the shores in, so they could get you close to the shore if you wanted to. And you'd have to walk across the ice the rest of the way, but certainly you could cut some time off by doing it that way. And I'm
my
sure
fire hair doesn't help them.
Your gray hair.
My fiery.
Gordon, let me ask you: has your gray hair ever helped you get a ride anywhere?
Be the silver fox, yeah.
Mine hasn't.
Yeah, ladies love the gray hair.
They do. Yeah, if you hang out in the common room tonight, you could almost certainly find a boat that's willing to ferry you across part of the way at least.
Why don't we try to collect some information on Caradinaval like this evening and make the decision whether or not we want to go over land or over water? Because I'm not clear if it's a city or like a citadel or what, or like a fort.
It's a fort with a small town around it.
It has
It's not huge.
I would imagine from the description it's something like Fort Monroe, where you have this
Smaller, but yeah, a lot smaller.
fort with, a town, living quarters, small little stuff around it. But wasn't somebody telling us that it was almost completely abandoned at one point?
Yeah, so yes, it was overrun by orcs at one point. That was hundreds of years ago, though.
Oh, okay.
So
if we go up there, we are expecting to see some people. It's not a ghost town.
Oh yeah,
No, they said that they used them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if we can find out.
So I don't see any reason why we should walk if we could get a boat to cut off. How much time will it save us? Like a day or something?
It's not a day trip. It's about a 9. Like if you were to walk overland, it's about 9 hours.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't care.
you probably cut that in half by taking the boat across.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Take the boat. Save some time. Rest up for battle.
Fine by me.
Boat's good.
Like it's how we were backpacking through Europe with a camera, so that's fine.
We got my rumors.
Speaking of roughing it, remember this?
Ooh,
You mean this?
Come on. You guys aren't going to do it?
It's in
I
the
don't
other
have
room of
mine
my
here.
thing of bayonets.
I also
you
have.
mean this?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't.
I got this one too. This is a dagger. Let's see what else we got around here.
I don't have time to do all that.
I got a here. Switchblade.
I have an Apple TV remote.
I got a whole pile of knives here.
All right. I've got a K-bar that my old neighbor, the 2-star Marine Corps general, wore when he was in Vietnam. So
Okay, so that's the coolest so far.
I have an Apple Pencil.
Hold on.
I have Nerf guns that can actually put people's eyes out.
Okay, I don't remember where my knife ended up. I had to move on my bayonets when the cats almost pulled that bookshelf off the wall.
Let's see
That's
what we
our
got
weapon.
here. I've got a. Speaking of from World War II, I've got a pistol from World War II. Jason has rifles though. All right, back to the thing here.
We're doing rifles. I can keep up with that one.
Well, just once.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a one and done.
And put all these knives away before I cut myself.
Speaking of which,
Now you have
I'm not
really-
going to enter the competition, but I'll go with you on Saturday.
No, you gotta play. It's only $25.
I just want to go and hang out. I want to see some shooting.
You should participate. It'll be fun.
That thing, do you have to sign up for it at practice score?
Yes,
Because I might be able to get someone to switch with me.
you should do that if you can.
How late is it supposed to run?
It won't be that long. I mean, I don't think there's not. I think there's only 20 people total allowed, so, and there's
Oh.
2 bays, so it should be over by noon.
Oh, it's indoors?
No, it's outdoors.
Oh. Well, when we're done, send me the practice score link.
Sure, we'll do.
Okay.
All right. So off of after our little
Sidebar.
distraction there.
Sorry.
My knife's bigger than yours.
They're all the same size. It's very communist, our knives.
Right.
All right. I was trying to find something which I cannot seem to find. So when you're asking about Caradinaval, you hear one of the guys in the bar is like, that place is it's overrun by devil worshippers now. I wouldn't go there if I were you.
Devil worshippers? What do you mean?
Well, they look like that guy. And they point to your red-haired friend.
Fire hair.
Some of them
Flaming
look like
hair.
that guy. But yeah, they're a bunch of dirty devil worshippers over there living in a cliff-top castle. I'd be careful if I were you.
Do they do anything nefarious?
What does that mean?
Do they do bad stuff to people?
Oh, I would assume so. They're devil worshippers.
No.
Got it based under has his feelings hurt.
About how many people are How many devil worshippers are there now?
I don't know. He's just looking at his fingers. You go, more than that. Because I have never been there. Todd told me there were devil worshippers.
Do you know what their industry is?
What is that?
How do they make a living there? Are they fishermen? Do they create baskets?
I think they're usually, there's not many people who live there, but they're fishermen, and they guard the north. So if you look at
based
the
on the
map,
very
am I
offended.
still sharing this?
Mhm.
Um, Caer Konig and Caer Dineval are kind of like the line of defense from things that come down from even north or north.
Oh, why, yikes.
Yeah.
So that's all we're able to learn is that they're devil worshippers.
Yeah, and it seems unreliable at best.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy does not seem to be. He's been at the sour stout all night.
I mean, they've never had actual trouble with them though.
No, this guy hasn't had trouble with anybody other than you ate my chicken nuggets.
Got it based under calls him a dumb bitch and scowls at him.
Oh,
He walks away unhappy. He goes and cries. He's like,
Escalation.
the hero made fun of me. I thought they were good people.
Got it based under also decisive flex like a bad guy wrestler.
don't let him get on the table. Flex in your chair.
Everybody protect the Spanish announce table.
A little later in the evening, you hear kind of like an argument from a guy who is affectionately known as Drunk Durr, because he's usually drunk, and
he says, "Durr."
no, that's just his name is Durr. He's like, it was a ghost. So I'm telling you, it was a ghost. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's like three other people. Like, no, I swear to John, the fairy. I was taking a whiz, and all these footprints started appearing around me in the snow. It was a ghost. It was probably 50 ghosts. The other guy's like, there's no such thing as ghosts. Nobody's ever seen a ghost. I didn't say I seen them. I seen their footprints. There was ghosts.
What did the footprints look like, friend?
He's like, it was ghosts.
Yes. What did the footprints look like? Were they human?
Oh, they were ghostly.
Ghostly human footprints, or?
I remember.
How many toes did they have?
I don't think they had toes.
So then were they ghostly or
Boots?
ghastly?
Oh, that's right. Them ghosts was probably wearing boots, I bet.
Were those boots shine to military standards?
Were they made for walking?
What? No, I tell you, there was ghosts.
Where was this?
I was taking a whiz by the
Where?
ferry.
On the ferry. Okay.
No, I wasn't peeing on the ferry. I'm not a savage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pardon me.
And he's like, and he hits his head on the desk. No, there was ghosts.
Yes. You said that already. You were taking a whiz and
On
then
the ferry.
There were
footprints.
ghosts, and they're walking in the snow. They
Did
went
they
around.
walk?
They went around me whiz.
Well, they were wise ghosts, at least.
I think I need a drink.
I buy him a drink.
He
Try
accepts
some
it.
of this oaken sour.
He accepts it. And he goes back to drinking, gets real quiet. He snores every few minutes.
Are we able to get anything out of him?
He is a drunk.
Okay.
What he told you is what he saw. It was nighttime.
He was taking a whiz.
He's taking a whiz. He believes he saw some footprints around him in the snow that weren't there before he started whizzing. And they was ghosts. The second.
All right.
At the ferry.
At the ferry, where the whizzes are.
All right. Anything
Well,
else
is it-
that
Ghosts or invisible people? Or invisible devil?
Or people, and the guy was just too drunk to notice.
These are all good possibilities.
right?
They were all wearing white. They just blended into the snow.
All
I'm
right,
sure
so
we've all been drunk enough so that it looked like people appeared and disappeared around us.
No comment.
yeah, well, that was last Saturday for Tony.
Yup.
All right, so the rest of the night goes on. You hear, you hear various things. Everybody's got opinions. Oh, there's no devil worshippers. Those are just some friendly folk living over there. Nope, they're devil worshippers. You can't trust a word Durr says. He's a drunk. He probably dreamed it.
Got it based on her believes him a little bit.
And all I heard that there's a mammoth around Lonelywood. It talks.
Well, we vanquished a talking moose.
What?
And Romondo will sing a song about it.
He's like, that's insane. A talking moose? I've never heard of a talking moose. A mammoth, that makes sense. They've got a nose.
Moose don't have noses.
They've got one of those talking noses, though. All right, so Romondo gets up on stage with what's the other guy's name? What's the other dwarf's name? The other bard's name?
Drake plays the flute.
Yeah,
Drake
he
plays
does.
the flute.
Ronaldo and Romondo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's still happy to share the stage with you guys. And little break time for him. All right, so you guys, you finish out the night there. Good times. And you hit the sack. Wake up next morning. And what are we looking at? What's going on?
I think we're going to take the boat to Cara Denival.
That's a fail, Rime. Rime falls down the stairs. All right.
Did you roll or something?
I thought I'd go by. I didn't see what it was, but yeah.
All right. So you guys are gonna go try and take a ferry across the way. Not a ferry, but a fishing vessel across.
Yes.
Yep, sounded like the best plan.
All right. Let's see what we can find for. Yeah, you're able to secure some passage on one of the bigger boats. They agree to ferry you across the way and drop you on the ice. Probably maybe about a 40-minute walk from the ice to where Cara Denival would be. Let me see if I got a map for you. I bet I do. Denival. There we go. All right. So you guys can see that?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So it's a fairly small town. It's way smaller than Easthaven. It's about the same size as Lonelywood. You can see there the actual castle's not huge. They're gonna drop you off in such a way that you'll probably have to approach from the south here,
Right.
down here where the ruined watchtower is. There is an inn right there called Dinev's Rest, and there is another inn in that town called the Uphill Climb, which is up here towards the top of the care.
I guess I don't see what you guys see for some reason. I only see y'all.
You need to maybe pan to see another screen or something.
I don't know.
You should be able to see it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Got it.
Okay, so we've been dropped off then?
Yes, yeah, you can, and you walk your way in, and you're confronted by this.
It's a hellhound.
Aggressively.
Ah!
My
It
butt
jumps all
rubs.
over you and licks your face, and
Give me all your sausage treats.
yeah, and it headbutts you.
Gotta base thunder rubs her butt.
She enjoys it. Yeah.
Roll for success.
All right, so I don't know if you can still see the map there. So like I said, you're gonna
Oh.
probably approach here from the south. What's the matter with me?
I just rolled.
Oh, I didn't see it. Let's see what you rolled.
Mhm.
I turned off my I don't see my
It was an 8 for his ammo handling.
all right. So like I said, you can cut a good amount of time off of your trip. It didn't take you the whole 9 hours, but it probably took you about half that to get across the water with the fishermen and then walk to the southern part of town there. So you're looking probably around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when you finally arrive there on the southern edge of town. I will give you a let's see if I got a little
Yeah, because there's
see if I got some
people moving and
some captured text that I can read you about Caer Dineval. I'm not sure if I do or not. No, just pretty boring. I got a picture. There's a picture. That's Caer Dineval.
Hmm.
So it's not tiny, but it's not huge either. So what's the plan? What are we doing?
as we're approaching the town, does there look like there's a lot of people about, or
No, people are really, the streets are kind of empty. There's not much going on. When you walk past some of the houses, you can see some people, like, you see what you think might be some movement in like the windows with the blinds are closing.
It's kind of like, lockdown for COVID.
Yeah, yes. Lockdown for devil worshiping.
So why don't we stop at Dinev's Rest first and just get the kind of lay of the land, warm ourselves up, have a drink, and get the lay of the land.
All right. So you approached it, you were told this place was there. When you get there, though, it's been boarded up. The doors are boarded closed. It doesn't look like anybody's been in there at least probably a month. All the windows are boarded, the doors are boarded up. It's obviously not open for business.
I say, this could be a great franchise opportunity.
It's a good idea.
well, let's clear out the devil worshippers first.
Right. Step one. Get rid of the
Second one.
Yeah.
Also, Ghostbusters reference.
It's always the second act of the movie. Clean out the dirty town before we can set up shop.
Right. Okay, well, I guess we have to trek all the way around the town to get to the other inn.
Hill climb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we'll do that. Trying to observe, what's going on in the town, like Jason was saying.
Okay. Yeah. So you go. This place is open. So you enter it, and there's a rugged middle-aged guy behind the counter there, who looks up nervously when you enter, and he's like, "We ain't got no rooms." But you're like, this place is fairly big, and it looks like it's fairly empty.
Hmm.
No rooms. Are you out of beer too?
Oh, I can serve you a drink and a meal, but you can't stay here. There's no spare rooms.
Okay.
So where do visitors usually stay in this town?
They don't stay here anymore. I'd say if you should maybe go try and stay in the castle if you need a place to stay for the evening.
Why would someone stay in the castle?
There's no rooms here.
Yeah, you keep saying that. But
What about the master of the keep?
Speaker Kranich, Speaker Siva, he's been sick. He doesn't come to the doors no more. He doesn't come out no more.
The other base center wants to know what the problem is.
So he doesn't come out. He thinks they say he's sick.
so how's business been?
Who's saying that?
Not Zinaz, Romundo. Sorry, I had brain senior moment.
Roll a 27.
Is this a charisma check or just a roll 20?
Do a charisma check.
Okay. Oh,
He's like, it's been great. And Spooky
Empty
comes back.
town with no rooms?
Where's my...
so what's the news?
Ramondo, you feel that I'm sure everybody does, that he's not being intentionally deceptive,
Right.
but that he's uneasy. Not like he's trying to lie to you, but there's like maybe like a non-trust.
Like he might get in trouble or if he says the wrong thing, kind of thing.
Yes. But he does reiterate that, maybe you should visit the castle if you think you need a room for the night.
Do they rent rooms at the castle?
Well, I don't think they do.
So you just show up and any old person and they'll provide you with a place to stay. Very generous.
He's like, I don't know that that's going to happen, but I said you can't stay here.
Is there any danger there? Like, are there weird vampires or something?
He does serve you a meal and a drink if you want it.
Okay. How much does it cost?
It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's warm and brown.
My favorite kind.
God of Base Thunder shares this flask.
So
Do we finish the meal and head to the keep?
Looks like our only option.
Because this guy doesn't really seem to want to be talkative.
Round about what time of day is it now?
late afternoon. Yeah, you got there around 1 o'clock or so.
I'm going to tell this guy, well, I'm going to say, actually, we're kind of well-known adventurers. You may have even heard of us. In fact, let me sing a song that tells you of our exploits. And before you could stop me, I break into a song, a long one about the moose and our other adventures. So
The moose and the yeti.
I'm stopping the share for a second. So don't want something popping up there if it's not supposed to yet.
Ooh.
Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it, here it go.
All right, sing it, Gordon. Let's give us your rendition of the heroes.
Where's my mandolin?
next session, I'll write a song for it. Yeah, we've got enough musicians on this. We could probably come up with something.
Third band practice day.
What's that?
That's tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, probably not anymore. You guys should reorganize that, huh?
Oh,
I'm not sure. Maybe not.
It's still tomorrow, at least for another week or two, I think.
Okay.
Then we moved to like Tuesdays, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of happening. I'm glad I shut that down. A lot of things to hide here.
What's that?
Nothing. All right, I'm going to reshare my screen here. Share. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this here. So you approach the care. It's a big gloomy castle. Not, it's not huge, but it's gloomy. It's gray rock, and it's already cold outside. You can see the gates are closed, and there doesn't really appear to be much movement around the keep. So you can see that's kind of just the walls around the outside of it.
Is each square 5 feet?
Yeah. If you zoom 20, I can zoom in. Try and make it a little bigger.
like a cookie cutter.
A cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get our facts straight before we go in, guys. What was the name of the kid?
Hopefully the nerd wrote it down.
Come on, back up.
Come on, academic.
I'm trying to find the pages. Come on. Where's my Easthaven? Huar, Huar is what I have written down. Son of Korah.
That's right.
I-
Huar Mulfoon.
H-U-A-R.
A-R.
Huwar.
W-A-R.
Not that it matters. He probably can't spell his own name.
Right. So what?
Actually,
what
I'm sorry. Hold on. It's Huarwar.
H-U-A-R.
Power.
Warwar.
War. Okay. So what is our cover story? Are we traveling? What are we doing, guys? Because we're not going to go out straight at this, right? We're not going to just go in and say, hey, we're rescuing who are from your evil devil worshiper cult.
So let's
Well,
back
I mean,
up.
we shouldn't put it like that.
Back
but-
up what you know about this story too is that he wasn't kidnapped. He went willingly.
Yeah,
Right.
a male and female tiefling pair.
I mean,
Right.
it wouldn't be untoward to just say, "Hey, we're looking for this guy because his mother is worried about him."
He also found something shortly before.
The black shard.
Right.
Oh, maybe one of those little thingies.
Oh.
So he found that shortly before, and he started getting crazy, and then they showed up not long after that.
Oh.
What if these dudes are like collectors of the shards and he's been initiated into their shard club?
That sounds
I
like
don't know if I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. That just sounds weird to call it the Shard Club.
It's kind of like Columbia Records Club. That's an old record.
Hey, don't talk. I still have the
Don't be a
money.
penny.
I'm pretty sure 13-year-old Paul, 11-year-old Paul, and 16-year-old Paul each has an account with them. That still owes money.
So what do you think? Go straight at it or make up a bullshit story and
'Cause I mean,
Well-
it's not like she sent us to go to defeat somebody and drag him back. I mean, she was just basically wanted to make sure her son was okay, right?
We're doing a welfare check.
Yeah.
We're not from Tiefling Protective Services or anything. We're just coming here to
Protective Service. All right.
and we have the side story of, hey, we're trying to expand our brewery empire. We're always looking for new tieflings or new keeps to sell our wares at. So
A great idea. That's our
sales
built-in
pitch.
cover story from now on.
So you get to the front gate and there's a no solicitor sign. And you knock anyway, because screw that sign.
that's what we do.
All right, so what are you guys doing for real? For realsies.
We knocked at the gate, right?
Is that
Yeah.
all right? So you approach the snowy keep. Let's see here. A sturdy stone castle devoid of warmth and ostentatious. What? That doesn't make sense. Devoid of warmth and ostentation squats atop the cliffs overlooking the town and the frozen harbor. Warding the castle entrance are thick, battle-hardened wooden doors. 4 cylindrical guard towers have wind-borne flags bearing the town's heraldry fluttering above their tiled conical roofs. These towers are connected by icy battlements and parapets. Atop the castle walls and within the guard tower, torches flicker.
All right.
So it also appears that, like, to go up into the walls around, or the ground around the walls, there's like a ramp that goes up to it. So,
Right.
like, the ground floor inside of the keep looks like it's probably a level higher than the ground outside of the keep.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I know that does.
You're like looking up. Even when you're in front of the gate, you're looking up
Right.
at it.
Got it. Base Thunder gets his crossbow ready.
Okay?
Are there any guards or anything like that on the parapets that we can see?
Not that you can see. No.
Okay.
There's very little. You don't really see it. You see, like I said, some flickering torchlight from inside the slits that are on the towers, but really not much signs of life. It's very dark and dreary. It's remarkably dark and dreary for a very dark and dreary area.
Well.
It definitely it looks goth.
No,
It's very forlorn.
no.
Why
are you so
forlorn, Azrael?
Got it. Base Thunder would like to use the hair as a light source.
It doesn't work because it's not fire.
Completely fire. But okay.
Did you age your character up, please?
I can do that? Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I don't think it makes a difference though. I'm sure tieflings live 100 years or something, so it probably doesn't matter.
I'm still a bad bitch.
Well, one of those words.
Bad.
Back in first edition, your stats would change when you aged, yeah.
Yeah, you'd get wiser and smarter and weaker.
And weaker, which should be how it is, right? But
No. I'm definitely not getting smarter as I get older.
right. All right. So,
was the door locked? Was it?
The gates? Yeah, they're closed. Yeah.
so we'll just approach the gates. Is there like a portal or anything like that, or a knocking mechanism?
There really isn't. No. I mean, looks
Okay,
like they,
Raimundo
looks
will,
like they go with the screaming
will
method here.
call out. What's that?
I said it looks like they go with the screaming method here.
Yeah, Raimundo will say, "Ho, hello."
Newman. All right, so from up on top of the battlements, you hear a voice, a female voice yells back, Speaker Chronic C was too sick to entertain guests.
Oh, well, what about us entertaining him?
He's too sick to have guests.
Nothing makes you less sick than entertainment, but verily, we are just seeking a place to rest and escape from the bad weather. We could not find a place in the inn as it was full, and so they sent us here and said we might find lodging for the night.
No, whoever told you that was incorrect. Nobody can come in. The speaker's far too sick to have guests.
Well,
That
we
sounds like a challenge.
wouldn't bother the speaker. We could stay in the.
I find that hard to believe because you're already bothering me.
Well, I'm just getting started.
Should we just ask about the kid?
No, she's not gonna. Well, we could. I just don't think she's gonna respond.
I don't think she'll admit it even if she knows.
Could I use intimidation for this?
I
Right?
could try.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
All right.
I rolled the big dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There should be an intimidation roll
Skill.
on the character
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah. Use the.
Oh, so I just click
intimidation
on.
skill.
Okay.
Yeah, the plus.
But you have to come up with a convincing line, though, Tony. So.
Oh.
And that wasn't it.
Oh.
So you call out with some kind of poor threat.
You better let me in, or I'll play my bass untuned.
And they're like, are you crazy? This is a castle.
I threatened him with a nighttime supply of ska music.
They give up. They raise the white flags and everybody marches out. Stop the infernal noise!
We need to look for an alternative way in.
So now we're gonna try to break in.
Now we're gonna break into a castle.
Well, there was no guarantee that he was even at this one, right?
That's right.
I mean, we have a whole other castle to explore, or mini town, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think they're leaving.
We didn't even ask about tieflings at the inn, did we?
no, we did not.
Well, since we're sneaking in, somebody can use nature to maybe put some clouds up and not clouds, but fog or something to help us sneak through.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh,
Why don't we just start a jam session right in front of the gate and see what happens?
A jam session.
Yeah, let's just start playing, then they'll have to come out. Or they could throw boiling oil.
got a base hunter converts his crossbow to a base.
The boiling oil option is always there.
Like where's the catapult cow and
Right.
What's that progressive rock band that had the flute in it?
Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
Oof.
I was gonna say I have no idea, but Gordon beat me to it with the correct answer.
That's because
Well in there for
I don't
that.
know that I could name one of their songs, but I know they exist.
yeah, that like Aqualung.
Ah, yeah.
Sitting on a park bench.
My snorkel equipment's made by Aqualung. All right, so what are you guys doing?
I mean, we don't have anywhere to stay.
yeah, we've got a real problem because we can't. It's getting late, and we've got to find a place to stay.
And my hair's on fire.
I mean, would it be like a crazy idea to just go stay at the other inn that was abandoned?
Well, we could try to go back to that other inn and intimidate that guy and try to get the actual story out of him, because obviously that inn was not closed, or that inn was not full. He was just trying to get rid of us.
Yeah.
So we could try that approach, or in failing that, we could go do the hobo thing and break into that other inn and stay the night.
Got a base hunter does 100 push-ups to swallow his chest up.
What do you guys think?
I'm down with that. That sounds good.
yeah, sounds
Yeah.
like a plan until we figure out what's going on here.
Okay. All right, so you hear, oh, they finally left. From as you guys are walking away.
You know, something just occurred to
I
me.
run back and go, what? What was that?
Something just
Say
occurred to
something? Hello?
me. Yeah.
Gordon's having a moment.
Yeah, something just occurred to me, guys. Maybe the lord of the castle is dead. These guys are actually like some kind of thugs who have moved in, and they're now intimidating the townsfolk. And so we have an opportunity to be heroes by taking them out. But I think we need to validate that with the bartender first.
I mean, if the shards of the Candleline, or what was it, the Chardeline?
Chardelin.
The Chardelines making people go crazy, then these tieflings or the Satan worshippers are here. Are they not affected by it? So they're using it to control people. And so you're right, Gordon. Either the guy's dead, or they're using this stuff to influence them.
Right. Either way, let's go back to the inn and try to get this story out of this guy.
Okay.
All right, so you guys make your way back down the hill again to the uphill climb in. And you enter the front door, and bartender guy looks up, innkeeper looks up, he's like, he looks very like simultaneously exasperated and despairing. It's like, I told you, you can't stay here.
Okay. Zinaz is going to step forward, and he's a big old ugly half orc.
And I start making a knife flip on my fingers.
Zinaz says, "We did what you told us to, and they turned us away. You better either give us a place to stay or tell us what's going on here, or you're going to regret it."
Make a roll.
What?
He gets advantage because we're helping, right?
intimidation roll. Yeah, you can have advantage on it.
I'm also flexing in the background.
All right, you got disadvantage now.
Oh, nice. Oh, advantage though, so I get to roll again.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, 11.
Okay, so he's like, oh, okay, don't you don't need to get violent or anything. Just you can rent a room. You can rent a room.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
What's really going on in this town?
He looks around. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you can rent a room.
Look, we're not going to hurt you unless we have to. But we're the kind of people that you want on your side. If there's something going on with the castle, we're the people that you want to tell about, or to tell, and we can make it right.
I don't know what's going on up there. There's scary people come and go from there. We haven't seen the speaker in weeks since he's been out.
Who's the speaker? Is he human?
Kranich Seaver. Yeah, he's a human.
Who are the scary people?
I don't
Are
really.
they people?
They're just they're different kinds of people. They're humans. There's elves. There's some folks that look like him. And points to Tony, to God of Base Thunder.
That's me.
Says there's a couple dwarves.
Is any of their hair on fire too? Like mine?
Why does he think his hair's on fire?
He bumped his
Never
head.
mind. Just humor him.
He throws water on your face. Ah! He doesn't have water, it's ice. No, he seems scared to be even talking about this. He's like, I don't know what's going on up
Are
there.
they hassling you?
No, not really, never. No. It's just something very strange up there. I can't tell you exactly what they don't talk. And
When
they're
was
creepy.
the last time you saw the speaker?
Man, I lost it. Several weeks ago.
And no one else in town has seen him?
Not that I know. No, they don't let anybody in. Speaker never comes out. They all wear that little pin.
What pin?
It's like a little black sword on their lapels.
Did they ever come here?
No, they've never been here.
Maybe they're like Hydra, like some kind of weird shit like that.
You're right. What about, have you seen a young man? His name is Huar.
Oh, I don't think so.
Very well. Does anyone else in the party have questions for him?
I don't think so. I think he kind of gave us the grasp. We got to break into this place.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? We could go back tonight and try to find a way in, or we could spend a day trying to scout the territory or scout it out. I don't know that we'd learn anything.
Well, I can
Find your
go out
way in.
tonight and stealth it up and see if there's somewhere that might be an easier way to get in or something like that.
Let's get in there.
I mean,
Let's
they
put a
think
hot
we
dog in
kind
that
of
bun.
left, so maybe they're not expecting us to come back tonight.
Okay. We should rent a room regardless.
I'm up for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your name? Good innkeeper.
Hold on.
You can make it up. I don't care. I was just.
So I had it a second ago. Rourke,
Rourke,
Mr. Rourke.
like Mr. Mickey Rourke or Mr. Rourke.
All right. So what do you guys plan to do? You're gonna try and scout the place out a little bit.
Yeah, we'll rent the room and then we're gonna return and try to see, can we circumvent the castle, like to get a better look and see if there's any other places that where we could get in?
You probably have
Kind
to
of
head
on
back.
a hill, right?
Yeah, you probably have to head back up the hill to figure that out, or head back outside or towards it to figure that out.
Well, yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you can. It's big, but it's not intimidatingly huge. Let's see where the map is here again. Map. Crunch, crunch, crunch. What are you eating, Ramy?
What's that?
I was like, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Sorry.
All right. So yeah, you can kind of, if you want to, if you look at the map here, you can certainly make your way all the way around if you'd like to. It's kind of craggy on the backside, so it might be a little perilous. But when you can approach the castle, you can see there's really not a lot of people paying attention to what's going on around it.
Yeah, we got that when we kind of walked up there. We had to shout to get their attention. How high are the walls?
They are. So the walls are 20 feet high, and remember, like I said, the ground floor on it goes up to the entrance.
Okay. So that's scalable.
Yeah, you could certainly climb the walls if that was what your intentions were.
Well, between having rope and crampons, we got to at least some teeth or feet with teeth to get some better grip and try to climb it.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Or do you want to go into that right side where looks like there's a building just below the wall? Not the main building, but there's something else. On that one right side, maybe.
What are you talking about? The gatehouse or you talking about those little guard posts or whatever?
There's that little rectangular section just inside the wall on the right side.
Oh, that's probably just a building.
I'm going to show you something here. If you look back at the share screen again, the shape that you see on the map
is not correct.
Is not quite correct. We have a more basic shape here. So this is the front of the castle, and these walls here are battlements that are probably to the ground of the outside are 20 feet tall, and the front is as well. The towers are covered, but the battlements are not. They're open, and in the back, in this area, there is a roof over this back area.
Okay. So I guess we gotta try to come up either the left or the right side through the battlement then.
Yeah.
Anything
You
else?
can also make into a stage since it has a covering.
What's that?
You can make it into a stage. It's got the covering. Invite the townsfolk over. Make some side cash.
After.
Right. All right, let's just pick a side. Let's do the left side.
All right.
We'll
So
try to approach as stealthily as we can to the left side of the castle. And we'll observe for a minute or two to see if there's any guards that are walking to and fro on the battlement.
no, you don't see. You see some like from inside the battlements through some of the windows. You see some flickering lights in all the corners. But you don't see anybody paying much attention really.
Bunch of lazy bastards. Okay. We have grapple.
Well, what are they paying attention to?
They're
Probably
Satan.
just anything but us.
Would there be a particular reason why? Because, I mean, call it Star Trek minded, but there's always like some very particular reason something's happening.
Well, we got to go in there and talk to the cult guys to find out.
Well, it's cold as hell out, and they're in a remote place, and maybe they're just not that concerned that anyone's going to bother them. But, or maybe they're practicing their satanic rites. We don't know.
Those are both good options.
And social distancing.
And social distancing, yeah.
But probably whoever's the most athletic needs to go up the wall first to secure a rope for the rest of us to come up.
Got it.
Because I'm not getting up there without a rope.
All right. So on that note, let's go ahead and call it for the night.
Okay.
Oh man, on a cliffhanger.
I'm sorry. It's already getting late, and there's no way you're going to do the inside of that place in less than about 2 hours or so. So we'll go ahead and maybe we could try and do that one in person, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Hell yeah.
When are we going to do our next in person?
Not this weekend. Possibly next weekend. Rime, you got either the 6th or the 7th off?
Let's see.
I think I have 6 off. I think.
That's a Saturday.
Well, they're going back to 8 section duty. So
Sure,
it's
you
gonna be
gotta
every
change it
8
again.
days, but for 24 hours now.
What does that mean? You work one out of 8 days for 24 hours straight?
Yes, along with my normal work days.
Oh,
So if it falls during the weekend, that's 6 days straight.
oof.
I do have the 7th off.
And we can, we don't have to do this. We can do this. Actually worked really well. Still, I'm getting a little smoother at this. So if we want to just keep this virtual, we can try and do sometime, maybe next week, same time if we could, maybe.
Yeah. I would be able to do Wednesday again next week.
I could do Wednesday next week.
I mean, I'd have
I
the
can
same
too.
deal, around that time of night, but other than that, yeah.
This was fine. I mean, we got 2.5 hours in of actual playing.
Yep.
So
We killed something.
yeah, did you? What'd you kill?
Ghost.
Oh,
The
good.
ghost.
It was already dead.
We re-killed it.
We re-killed it. So we're,
All right,
Oh,
we're
so let's-
level
my
now,
hair's
right?
still fire.
Let's plan for next Wednesday then, same time.
Okay.
Wednesday the 3rd, okay?
All right.
And we magically leveled before we started climbing that wall.
You did not.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, guys, that sounds
All right,
good.
We'll shut this all down.
All
All
right.
right. Night, everyone.
Good night.
All right,
Good
later, guys.
job.
Stop share.